Hello everyone and welcome back to another Sims 3 speed build. So today I am building a house. It has approximately 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. It will cost your Sims approximately 113,000 simoleons, and if you get it unfurnished you'll get it for approximately 55,000 simoleons as well. So whether or not you'll be able to get this down very low for a family starter, I have no idea if you could. I don't think I have 30,000 in plants, so probably not. But anyway, it was pretty close. This house, I really like it. It turned out a little different. When I was building it, you know, as always, I don't really have much of an idea of what I'm looking for when I was building it. In fact, I really had no idea at all this time. A lot of times I have a little bit of an idea of something I want to incorporate into a house, and then I just kind of go from there. But this time I really didn't have anything, and in fact I actually built the shell of this house about 2 weeks ago, and I just finished the interior. I started doing the interior last night or yesterday, and I finished it up today. This house took me approximately 3 hours, I think, to build. I am not the fastest builder, as most of you already know from watching my videos. I'm not the fastest builder. But anyway, this house, one of the things that it has is it has indoor balconies, and it's not just a basic indoor balcony where you go up the stairs and, you know, in the foyer and there's, you know, the balcony from there. It's a little bit different. Yes, you have a balcony from the second story landing, but this house has a library, and the library has a second floor, and there's a small balcony. Of course, you can't really see a whole lot, you know, from it because it's actually a quite small balcony, but in real life it'd be really cool. You get to see these 2-story windows from the second floor, and because of the balcony, and it just looks really neat. The library has its own staircase. I had actually seen something like this before in a house plan that I had saw, I don't know how long ago. It's been quite a while. Before I got Sims, I used to look at house plans just because I really like houses. So crazy me would just look at house plans just for the heck of it and just kind of see different things, what you know people did with the houses and what you could do with them. And one of the things that I had seen in one of them was a library. It wasn't very big, but it was considered a library room, and it had a spiral staircase that went up and into a upper portion of the library. Now in this case it didn't have a balcony, but it's just the fact that it had that 2-story or 2-level library I just thought was really neat. And when I was doing this house, when I first did it, we're already in the portion of what I was doing started doing yesterday. I didn't even have windows in this house when I started working on it yesterday, so I had no plans for it yet. And right there is the 2-story windows I was talking about. I love using those. I think they come from Supernatural. I think. I don't think I'm wrong. I think I am correct on those, but a lot of times I am wrong. Like in the last build, I think I had said something about a bookshelves being in a certain pack or a certain store content item, and yes, they were store content, but I gave you the wrong store content item in the video. So, but I'm pretty sure those windows come from Supernatural, and as always, I am just blacking out different areas of the house that your Sims cannot go to. I started doing this a long time ago. I have no idea why I started doing it or what I was, you know, what made me think of it. I don't know, but it just helps when you're going up and down the stair or up and down floors. It just helps to redirect your eyes to only where the Sims can be. I don't know. I just like it better that way. So here is the library, and there's the spiral staircase. In this case, the spiral staircase is actually in a room on its own. But it's not really secretive. It's not designed to be a secret staircase in a secret area. There's a little bit of a hallway that goes between the library and into the foyer, and the staircase just happens to be there. And what I like doing with spiral staircases, because I just think they adds to the like mystery of them or something. I don't know. I like to enclose them. So you're kind of like going in a spiral area and you're all enclosed. I don't know. There's something about it. I like those so much better than a spiral staircase that's open. Even in real life, I would much rather the staircase be enclosed if it was spiral. I don't know. I just like it. When we start getting into the decorating of the living room, it has a fireplace. I didn't know what to do with it. It's a little weird. It kind of has like a pattern to it. You'll just have to continue watching until you see it. It'll be coming up here pretty shortly because I always do kitchens and then I move on to like the dining room and then it's usually a living room. So we'll be going into that here pretty soon. This kitchen is an eat-in kitchen, and the staircase this time is in the kitchen and dining area. It is not in the foyer where I normally put it or the living room where I normally put it. Like I said, this house is a little bit different as in the floor plan and how I did it than what I normally do. On the staircase, when you go up the staircase, it actually has a balcony or look down. You can look down into the foyer from there. But at the same time, it's different because the staircase isn't in the foyer. So that makes it a little bit different. The fact that it's in a different room, but at the same time can see into the foyer. I just thought that was kind of cool. I saw that one time in a house plan as well. And of course in the kitchen, doing one of my favorite colors. I know I'm boring, I'm always doing the same stuff, but I love, love, love a nice maroon or dark red color in the kitchen. I don't know why. Let's see, kitchens, dining rooms, and libraries I love doing in this color, and I've probably been overdoing it in the kitchen because I've been making them red a lot lately, but I don't know, I just like them that color, and then accented in white. I just think it's so pretty. Your dining room, as always, you're not going to be able to use all of the chairs, as most of you will know. I think there's only 3 of them that you can use. The 2 chairs that's facing the kitchen and 1 facing the staircase, or on the staircase side anyway, those 3 are the only ones you can use. The 3 that are by the back door and the archway there, of course you cannot, because you know the way Sims 3 is made. Anything that is in the way of a doorway or an archway, of course, cannot be used. Basically what I am doing here is I'm just basically filling up that shelf so I can put it inside the fridge. I like to do that because, well, you can't really put cabinets above the fridge in Sims 3 like you can in Sims 4, and if you try and you use mods to move cabinets up and down, the fridge doesn't work. I have learned now that you cannot do that. Even if you move the cabinet above the fridge, it still does not work. So basically, so I can clutter up the fridge, because who doesn't have stuff, something of some sort, sitting on top of the fridge? I use a shelf and I stick that in there instead, and the fridge still works. So here is the living room. I told you I did not know what to do with it because I decided to put a fireplace in because I had that little rectangular square or rectangular shape there that really had no idea what to do with it. So I put a fireplace in, and then the living room is just a big square and I didn't know what to do with it. So it has a cheapy TV in one corner, which really doesn't fit this living room because the living room is kind of fancy. I think it's kind of fancy anyway. It's got, you know, fancy chairs, and you got that fireplace, and I don't know, I even think the border on the walls kind of give it, like, I don't know, it's a homey yet fancy style. And then you got that cheap, pathetic little TV in the corner that really doesn't fit. I have no idea, but this living room ended up being some kind of, I guess you could say, like a geometric shape. It's kind of like mirrored in a way. Like I did about the same thing on one side as I did the other, and I don't know. It makes this plus sign thing, and then I couldn't really put a whole lot on the one side because the doors going outside, it's weird. It's different. I'm not going to say I like it. I still don't even know if I like the living room. I think it's pretty, but the arrangement of furniture, I don't know. I just didn't know what to do with it. So here is the second floor to the library, so you can kind of see how that's going to work. And there's the balcony. Like I said, it's not very big, but it's basically I guess you could just say it's mostly there so you could have the view of the windows, and I guess you could yell at somebody downstairs, I guess. I don't know. I thought it would look kind of neat. Plus, when I use those windows, I don't like to cover them or put a floor in between them. They just seem too fancy for that, and I don't like to do that. So that's another reason why I did it. But I really like this library. It really is strictly a library. There's no computer in this house, which is really odd for me. I didn't even put a desk. I don't know what I was thinking. There's not even a desk. Usually I have a desk in the house and you can add a computer later, but I didn't even put that in there. So I don't know. I guess I just didn't see a reason. It'll be easy though just to put a desk in. It's really not. In fact, what I a lot of times do to save space is just use one of the little square or round kitchen tables that only fits 4 chairs, and I put a computer on that. That works, I think, quite well. I use it quite often, and you don't have to use quite as much space for it. So here is the foyer. There's nothing really too fancy about it. I really didn't, again, I've been saying this a lot here today. I really didn't know what to do with it. I didn't really know what to do with a lot of the rooms in this house for some reason. This one and one of the bedrooms, and a bathroom, I think. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just kind of threw stuff together. And usually when I don't know what to do with it, it's mostly I don't even know what color theme to make. So whenever you see like this blah color theme, there's not really very much in the way of accents like this foyer here. I had no idea what to do with it. So it has the basic stuff, but it's basically kind of like a sitting area, and you got your place for your shoes, and of course not the fire alarm, but the burglar alarm, and all the necessities and stuff for that. Just trying to decide what colors I wanted to do. Yeah, I tend to not have a clue what to do on colors. I feel like I overuse colors. Certain ones I use all of the time. I try to change them up, I really do, but there's only so many colors, and then of course each of those main colors you have shades of those colors, either darker or lighter, so really there's only so many colors to choose from. And I sometimes struggle on trying to decide what color of the few to choose. This bathroom, little quarter baths, I never know what to do with them. Little powder rooms, whatever you want to call them. They did just get some color and some stuff added, and that's really about it. I ended up moving the hanging light in the foyer because I didn't realize that when you go up a floor, it did not have anything attached to it. It was just kind of floating in space. So basically, I put like a hanging lamp instead on the second floor, and then put one of those lights that you get in Bite-A-Bug down the floor below, because in real life, a light hanging on the second story is still going to shine some light down below. So to make it a little bit more realistic, I put the hanging lamp above, and then that little square light that you will not see in game mode is then the floor below, to just add a little bit of light down there. So here's one of the bathrooms. I like the way this bathroom turned out. I don't use that tub very often, but every now and then I use it. And what I like about it is you can add tile and stuff to the side to let it match, the wall and stuff if you have tile, and it just makes it look a little bit more fancy. And I think this bathroom in general, for being just a basic bathroom for the children of the house, because it's not attached to the master bedroom or anything, it's there in the hallway. I just think it turned out really nice, and those windows that open right there actually added, I thought, a nice touch to the bathroom. They made it look really nice and pretty, and it felt open. Here is the master bedroom. It will have an ensuite, and you'll notice I don't have a door to the bathroom. You can see that room with the tile there. I don't have a door to it, and even though I knew it was there, and I even reminded myself it was there, I still forget to put the door in. I end up decorating everything, and then I don't have a door, and I have to go back in, and I do have the door, so don't worry about that. The door is in. Now these are not, they look like ottomans, you know, for you to sit on and stuff like that, but they're not. They are considered, for some odd reason, these are considered end tables. Why they're considered end tables, I don't know. I personally think you change the fabric, you change their color a little bit, and they look like a little bench or ottoman thing for you to sit on, to put your shoes on, put your socks on, something like that, you know, in front of your bed. To me, it looks like something your Sim should be able to sit on, but they can't. They're just there for decoration. There's nothing they can do with it. If you want to add stuff on top of it, you can, because of it being coffee tables. You can, you know, decorate it with stuff. And here's where I realized I did not put I went to do that room, and as you can see, I still hadn't realized it, because I didn't notice until I went to do that bathroom. There wasn't a door. So I have to put the door in. It's like, oh my goodness. This bathroom, I didn't really know what a whole lot to do with it. I wanted it to be a little bit fancy. So it's only got one sink, but it's got a big counter. Of course, you can't use the one counter because the toilet's in the way. But it just kind of, and then I kind of do what I like to do a lot of times with these showers, is kind of make it look a little bit like a walk-in. So basically what I do is I put a half wall in, and then I decorate that to have the tile and stone that I use on the walls. And then I put this, it's a window. It's like, I think you can get it in the base. I think the base game has one, and then Into the Future has one. I usually use the base game because, well, everybody has base game. So I usually use the base game one, and then I just color it to match the tile. And then the shower, I recolorize it to match tile and stuff like that. And it just kind of makes it a little bit more fancy, gives it the illusion of a walk-in shower. And a lot of times these types of showers will have like a piece of tile or something like that that's a little raised, which is kind of what I put there. You can kind of see it. And to help stop water from running out of the shower and then all over the bathroom. So basically that just kind of stops it from running out. And they're just open. You just walk in and, you know, take a shower and everything like that. So usually there's no doors on those, but I don't have the store item, the store shower or whatever that has nothing on it. But I think your Sims bathe, I think it's for the pool or the beach, and they bathe with their swimsuits and stuff on. I don't really know, but I don't have it in the way I see it. Most people probably don't. So this is just a better way of, you know, creating it. So I like using the Into the Future shower for that because I think it matches the best for it. But I'm sure you can probably use other showers if you don't have Into the Future. I don't use a lot of Into the Future items because it's really not my favorite pack. I'm not really a modern style. But here, this bedroom ends up being decorated kind of, we're already past the bedroom, but that bedroom was decorated to be like a teen bedroom. Just so you know, if you didn't notice, it's some kind of teen, doesn't really matter to me. And then I had realized I hadn't done any exterior decorating, and normally I put bushes and the trees and stuff in before I even decorate the interior, and you know, I didn't even realize until I was about done that I hadn't done anything outside. So here we are, we're doing exterior decorating. I decided to use birch trees this time instead of maple, and along with the spruce trees that I like using. I love using the spruce trees, and I like using birch trees. Now I think the birch comes in a pack, but I'm not really sure. But the spruce trees are base game. So, and then a few bushes, and this time I didn't use any flowers. I was actually quite surprised with myself. I didn't put any flowers in the decorating of the exterior, but you know, I really don't decorate the exterior much anyway, so it's not, I guess, a huge difference, but I thought it turned out nice. It's simple landscaping. It's nothing extravagant. I just never have a clue what to do, and I put a little seesaw out back, you know, one of those things where, yeah, maybe this doesn't have a kid's bedroom, but maybe the kids, you know, the one child or two children that were here that share the bedroom probably were children at one time. So there's the teeter-totter from when they were younger. And here are the screenshots. I think the house turned out really nice. I actually like this one, and the exterior of the house I think is really pretty as well. Now that attic is slightly tall enough to fit Sims. If you wanted to put a ladder in somewhere, you could probably use it, but it wouldn't be very big. But anyway, here it is. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments or suggestions, go ahead and leave them below. And I'm also going to go ahead and leave my Discord link below as well. You can contact me on there and you can see maybe updates or other builds and things like that I'm posting, or ask questions. I have help, support, and stuff for Sims 3 and Sims 4, and then of course for my mods and all that. Well, anyway, you just have to click on the link. It'll take you straight to it. It'll be your own personal invite, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.